Welcome back to another episode of 5 Star Pod Splash. This week's comics episode 29. I mistaked last episode for 27. It was really 28. We got it right this time. It's episode 29. Greatly appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure to hit that follow and subscribe. And also, shout out to League of Comic Book Geeks. Make sure to go create an account over at League of Comic Book Geeks. Get all your pulls in advance so you ain't got to worry about wondering if your comic book shop, when you show up, has the books that you are looking for. And also, this is cool because this is a show where you can see some cool covers. So just in case there might be something you are unaware of, you might add to your pull list. That's happened on here for myself. Been a couple books I was unaware of until I went on League of Comic Book Geeks, saw what was coming out, gave it a shot. Now they're on my monthly pull list, like Mark Spears Monsters, for example. But yo, I took 6 weeks off, so I had to go back through 6 weeks of comic book covers, original and variant. And just for like hindsight, each week there's about 60 to 70 comic book covers that come out. Then each of those books have about anywhere from like 2 to 8 variants sometimes, some have even more. So I'm going through about close to 300 covers per week times 6. It was a lot, but got through it. Now I just got to record these episodes. Knocked out episode 28 for January 7th, just about 20 minutes ago. Now we are on to January 14th, so we are doing catch up at the moment, so we could get back on schedule for next week. So these books are already out. So if you don't have them already, be on the lookout. Hit up your comic book shop, write down the ones that catch your eye. And as normal, I start with the original and then I go on to the variant. So these are the top 20 technically best original covers for January 14th. These books are already out. You can get them on Whatnot, eBay, your comic book shop, your online comic book stores. But we start with the honorable mentions. Honorable mention number 5, we got He-Man Masters of the Universe, issue number 3. I'll pull this up for y'all real quick. And man, like, for me personally, like, He-Man was like at the very beginning of my memory. Like, I don't remember the cartoon all that well. I do remember the movie, like, just very vaguely, but yeah, like I think the one thing I got from He-Man, I'm not sure if this, because it's like at the very like beginning of my memory, but I could just vaguely remember Skeletor in the He-Man movie with Dolph, but I think that's where I got the term the Chosen One, because as a kid I would call myself that. I think I got it from He-Man. I'm not certain. Delusions of grandeur, right? Honorable mention number 4, we got Aquaman 13. And you guys gotta forgive me, man. My gaming chair broke, so I'm super low. It won't. It's at the very bottom. I can't get it to go up any higher, unfortunately. So I'm stuck in short mode in real life and on the live stream. It is what it is. Shout out to my short kings out there. Aquaman 19. Is this a DC KO tie-in? Yes, sir. All right. Battle of the Redheads. I dig it. I like the art style. Pretty similar to Dan Mora, who does Justice League Unlimited. Man, I freaking love Dan Mora's art style, bro. Honorable mention number 3, we got Die Loaded issue number 3. Shout out to the independent creators up out there, kicking ass and taking names. I love to see it. Doing it on their own, they way. No restrictions, no rules. They boss. They own they rights. That's another beautiful thing about going this route. You own the right to all your stuff. So you get a movie or whatever, you the one that Hollywood got to talk to directly. Ain't got to worry about Marvel, anyone big dogging you. It's a dope ass cover. Honorable mention number 2, we got Spirits of Violence issue number 4. I only got issue 1 of this, I believe. Haven't read it yet. But that Kari Andrew version definitely gonna make. I got that. That Kari Andrew one is so sick that I'm considering picking up 2 and 3 because I got 1 and I'm probably gonna pick up 4. I think the variant for this is what I'm thinking of. I could be wrong. Honorable mention number 1 before we get into the top 15 best original covers of January 14th, we got Black Cat issue number 6. Black Cat always got some dope covers. I'm a huge Spider-Man guy and love all his rogue villains. Dope seeing them get their own books similar to like Batman and whatnot with Poison Ivy. She always got good covers similar to Poison Ivy and Catwoman. It's kind of one of her weaker ones, to be honest. I ain't gonna hold you because she usually ranks in the top 15. Coming in number 15, we got Doctor Strange issue number 2. I'm not certain if this is a series where he's in Asgard, if Wanda Witch. I'm not currently following this Doctor Strange. I never really follow Doctor Strange all that heavy outside of like the crossover events like the Infinity War and Infinity Gauntlet. And you know what I'm saying? There was one book, the Defenders, when they had him team up with Wolverine, Nomad, Darkhawk, Spider-Woman, Crystal. Like that was the only time I really was like an ongoing Doctor Strange book that he was like a main cast member of, that wasn't like a crossover. Other than that, like I pick him up in books that he'd cameo, like he'd be featured in, but never really the Doctor Strange book. And that's why I say on the last episode, like it don't matter how long you've been reading books. Like I've been reading since 91, but like shoot, there could be someone who comes in to the reading comic books tomorrow and could pick up an omnibus of Doctor Strange, read it, and could be able to tell me something about Doctor Strange. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know everything about Doctor Strange. So like that's the beauty of comic books, bro. So yeah. Coming in number 14, we got Vampirella Armageddon issue number 7. The cool thing too about just being that vast that, you know, a new person could put you onto stuff is I've had that happen. I've had my boys who are recently are fairly new to the game. They put me onto like a few things already, man. Shout out to the GOAT Ari. And make sure to check out my boy Ari's TikTok channel, by the way, man. He is fucking, I said this last episode, but it's a new episode, so I gotta say it again. My boy is fucking killing it over there, man. Ari Stark Comics. Make sure to follow my boy on TikTok, Ari Starks. Salute to the god. Shout out to my boy Sir Frost, Fresh and Frost TV. GMO Wars coming back in March. Yo, man, I can already see the monetization on Twitch when GMO Wars comes back. I'm hyped for that, yo. You guys have no idea. Back to our regularly scheduled program, Vampirella Armageddon, issue number 7. This cover is dope. Vampirella don't miss, bro. She really don't. The covers don't, at least. I can't speak for the inside. The one book I seen Vampirella, good cover, and then I opened up the inside and it was Bizarra. I'm sorry, it was. So I don't know. It's one of the ones that might trick you at that comic book store. You might, if you're one of the people just go off the covers, if you're more of an art person than the story, or if that's how you initially, what you gravitate towards your purchase, then This would be one of them ones that might trick you because you might grab it for the art and then you open it up and the art ain't matching that energy that the cover does. Coming in number 12, we talked about this last episode with Blue Falcon and Dynamite, the cartoons transitioning into comic books. You have Thundercats, TMNT, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Space Ghost, Johnny Quest, Powerpuff Girls, Stitch, Donald Duck, DuckTales, bro. You name it, bro. But yeah, they are coming in heavy. And you know what? I actually skipped 13, man. I can't count. Number 13, we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue number 14. My fault, y'all. I'm illiterate. I can't count. That's different. I can't count. I'm bad at math, man. Oh man. TMNT issue number 14. I'm not certain if this is the same artist that does the Phantom. There's something about this line art that reminds me of the artist who does the Phantom. If they're doing both, then damn, that motherfucker is staying busy, bro. My hat's off to you doing 2 books a month at the same time. Damn, you a dog. Because yeah, that really looks like the same excuse me, same type of line artwork as the guy who does the Phantom comic books that we just covered the last episode. Now, and that was fitting too, because I was talking about Saturday morning and just cartoons in general transitioning to comic books. Well, technically, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle was a comic book before it was a cartoon. Parody of Daredevil, for those of you who don't know. Frank Miller originated as a parody of Frank Miller's around Daredevil. But moving on to Space Ghost. No Coast to Coast. Man, I'm so old. I remember Space Ghost before the Coast to Coast, the original Space Ghost series. But I didn't catch the original series. I caught the rerun. So let's just correct that right real quick. I'm old, but not that old. Space Ghost always got good ass covers, bro. Space Ghost always got good covers. You got a good cover interior art as well. I've only read one of the issues I got. I'm up to, I believe, Space Ghost issue 3. So I gotta go find 4, 5, 6, and now 7. But that's not on my priority list, so might fall back on that until my pull list drops a little bit. Because man, right now it's really nasty. And that Spider-Man Superman crossover and that Spider-Man Invincible. Man, there's so many good covers that March is going to hurt. March is going to hurt. Usually my pull list for the week is about 30 to 40. I checked the total. It's about 50 a week for March, bro, because March got that shit. I'm not holding it. Number 11, we got the Ultimates number 20 Nick Fury cover. Really digging this cover right here. And one of the best series of 2025, bro. It's sad how badly Marvel got demolished by DC in the top 20. Absolute Batman just really wrecked shop. But man, the Ultimate series, bro, honestly, man, it is damn near just as good as the Absolute Batman. I will say that, bro. I really will. The Ultimates has been damn near just as good as Absolute Batman. And just underneath both of those two is the Ultimate Spider-Man. Those have been so good. I haven't gotten a chance to read Absolute Wonder Woman, so I can't really place it, even though I hear a lot of people saying that's just as good as Absolute Batman. I heard a lot of good things about Absolute Martin Manhunter. I have that same slip up on the last episode. Transformers, another one, does really good. Coming in number 10, we got Gunslinger issue number 50. Big shout out to Todd McFarlane. He created his own universe inside of the Image universe. He left Marvel, created his own universe, the Image universe. And then he has his own universe inside of that universe, the Spawn universe. Yo, this guy's a dog, bro. Freaking dog. Oh, I put the wrong thing up. No, that's number 9. That's nasty work. Ay. Oh, did I not have it? Oh, I switched the order. Okay. All right, just going off what it was. Gunslinger, issue 50 by the GOAT, bro. Yo, The GOAT has blessed us with the cover, bro. Yo, I'm not buying. I don't buy all of the. I stopped really collecting Spawn once Todd stopped doing the art himself. But bro, anytime there's a Todd McFarlane cover, you have to get it, bro. It's just like it's like Grey Poupon. Anything else is uncivilized, bro. You have to get that. You got to get that. You gotta get Todd McFarlane art, bro. The Todd Father, bro. I know there's someone else called the Todd Father who's like a seller or whatnot. But this is the real Todd Father. No disrespect. This is the real Todd Father, bro. This is the creator of Spawn. This guy got the greatest run on Spider-Man, the creator of Venom. Come on, bro. Like, gotta get that. That's one of the ones that I gotta go back and get. I'm making I got my own pull list of books I gotta go back and cop. That's one of them. Absolutely. Number 9, we got Logan, Black, White, and Blood. And that's what Marvel is out for. They out for Black, White, and Blood this year because, man, they saw they own Black, White, and Blood last year, bro. DC. Damn, DC. Y'all was brutal to my boys last year, bro. Y'all said this is art. We taking back number 1 spot. Coming for that number 1 spot. Man. Number 8. We got Luna Snow World Tour. And man, am I bugging? I feel like Luna Snow was an original character from Marvel Rivals. So like it's like one of them kind of like Harley Quinn came from the animated series first and then became a comic book character. Luna Snow like started off a game and then now again a comic book. That's pretty dope. I love this cover, bro. I love how they did that. That is clean. That is dope. Now that I'm looking at this, I might have probably should put this 1 or 2 spots higher. I'm not gonna hold you. Number 7 on the list, we got Crownsville issue number 3. While I have not been able to read Crownsville, I gotta hit up one of my boys, maybe Ari or Bradley, to pick it up. Because I know they be having a couple books I don't follow and that they be putting me onto, so maybe they've read it, could sway me in a direction, yes or no. Crownsville though, yeah, they always got some really good covers, bro. They always rank, bro. They always rank. And there's so many books that don't. Number 6, we got Cruel Universe. And I forgot to put the issue. Cruel Universe issue number 6. I love that Jaws in the water. I'm a sucker for those in the water with the shark. Every time, bro. Those always rank really high on my list, bro. I'm just a sucker for that. For that type of art. I love it. Time to get into the starting 5 lineup for best original covers of January 14th, 2026, coming in number 5. I wish I could have that next time for next week. I'm gonna try to get that. Oh, you know what? YouTube might block my stuff if I do that. But I was thinking again the Chicago Bulls entrance for when they come out for the starting 5 and have that playing when going over the 5. But yeah, YouTube will definitely block my shit. Let's see here. Mega Man X. Get it right. Don't forget the X. If you don't say the X, you ain't saying it right. John the Down Boys. Mega Man X issue 0. And that's dope because they got a character named Zero right there to the left in the red armor. That is fire, man. I love the Mega Man series, man. Freaking love Mega Man. Number 4, we got the Monster and the Wolf issue number 2 by the great Mark Spears, man. Mark Spears shook up the game. Shook up the freaking game last year, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Big shout out to Mark Spears, bro. And I was so happy, bro, to get like a few of my friends like into comic books over Mark Spears. I had like 2 people just off the Mark Spears monsters alone that was like, all right, I see why you like comic books now. I'll give it a shot. Because, these, and it kind of remind me of the Jim Lee thing too with the manga, just a different genre from your superhero, The horror has been kicking ass 2025. And from the stuff I seen from Joe Comics, his exclusives for MegaCon, man, I wish I could make it out to MegaCon. Shout out to Florida, shout out to Miami, shout out to Orlando. But damn, because they got some heavy hitters out there in the exclusives. They got some fire horror exclusives coming out. Those Mortal Kombat covers he was showing off were fire as fuck too. Number 3, we got Catacomb of Torment, issue number 7. I probably mispronounced Catacomb, but here we go. Another one of those horror. See what I'm saying, man? Horror kicking ass, bro. Breaking through the doors, took the eyeball out. Oh, on the cover, man. Oh, girl got her eyeball taken out on the cover. Yo, it is just wicked. Runner up, though, for the best original cover of the week goes to 2080. 2,465. I don't even know if that's really that many issues for this series. But in either case, that's the runner-up. Top 3 are all independent books. No Marvel, no DC, no Image. That's what I'm talking about, man. Independent creators came to play. They not playing. They said, yo, just because we don't got that Marvel logo or DC logo, don't get it fucked up, bro. We just as good. We just as qualified, son. And we own the rights to our shit. Now it's time for the original cover of January 14th, 2026. We have, I kind of did, without spoiling it, it is not a Marvel, DC, or Image. Actually, I'm wrong. It is. I take back what I said. Because cover of the week actually goes to Image Comics. Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger, issue number 12. Man, I gotta eat crow right now, bro. That was embarrassing. I was gassed, and I was so geeked up for the indies. Didn't even realize that was Image until looking at it a second time, reading the title. But shout out to Image. Shout out to the Spawnverse inside of the Image universe. That cover, oh my god, that's an original cover. What? Yo, oh my gosh. Hey, back when I was in college for animation, I was in a comic book club, and we all did like our own comic books. And I did a cowboy because I just wanted I want to do a comic book, but when I like pitched my idea, everybody was like, "Oh, it sounds a lot like X-Men and da da da." So I was like, "All right, fuck it, let me do something different." So I was like, "Let me do a cowboy," and I did like one issue of a cowboy comic book, and so I love to see the cowboy genre getting its love, or if you want to call it the Western genre. But I love to see that genre getting its love. And number 1 cover of the week, salute to Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger, and salute to Todd McFarlane, everybody over there working hard at Image Comics and the Spawn universe. Moving into our variant covers of the week for January 14th, 2026, we got to start off with the honorable mentions. Coming in at number 5, we got Crownsville issue number 3. Let me pull that up for y'all real quick. Anytime I transition from the original to the variant, we'll take a sec to switch folders to open them up. But that didn't make top. Yo, that's how crazy. Yo, some of these weeks the variants was so insane. There's so much good stuff. It would take too long. That's why I have to structure the way I do, because I try to keep these under an hour. It will take too long. So many good covers that I'm not able to get to, so I apologize in advance. And this should be an indicator of that. The fact that this didn't even make top 15, that should be an indicator of that, bro. Like, Y'all go on that League of Comic Book Geeks and check out those previous weeks. And you might want to make your own pull list, bro, because I'm telling you, bro, there's so much good stuff out there. That's why when I go, if I see anybody reporting like comic books bad, comic book shops doing bad, ain't nothing good out, woke, all that bullshit, bro, you're not really reading comic books and you're a grifter, bro, because there's too much good stuff out. There's so much good stuff out that I'm overwhelmed right now to the point it's just like, damn, I'm 100 books I gotta read to catch up on because it's everything I've been reading has just been so damn good, bro. Honorable mention number 4, we got Gunslinger issue number 50. So we have two different Spawn books, not even the original Spawn series. 2 different Spawn books coming out this week, and they both cleaning up. On the countdown, this cover again, man, damn, these covers are insane, bro. These covers are insane. Gunslinger Spawn, issue 50. That's clean. Honorable mention number 3, the Cartoon Comic Books return. G.I. Joe. Is this the A Real American Hero? Yep, A Real American Hero issue 324. Man, I love art, bro. I've been in love with art my whole life, bro. Ever since 1991, when my mom took me into that comic book shop, Gamers Comics, Lemon Grove. Bro, I was so lucky, bro. And that's kind of why I became such a heavy comic book shop. Right, literally across the street from my elementary school in 3rd grade was 2 comic book shops, Gamers and Top Flight Comics. And bro, oh my god, bro, first time I went in there, got that Jim Lee X-Men issue number 1. I'll just show you real quick, man. Shout out to 4K Legends, man. Go on Whatnot, 4K Legends. You can get these frames, $25 for the frame. Easily, you could take your books out, swap them in and out. You know what I'm saying? Just get your little top loader. Got your little magnets. He has like damn near every comic book title, so you can easily just take them out, switch them back on there and whatnot, you know? But yeah, freaking 4K collectible. Have your setup looking right, you know? Salute to that guy. That's pretty much what I'm looking at when I record in the background. I got that a little Absolute Batman over here as well. Got these light boxes and whatnot. But yo, and he also sells these little magnets as well. This little 4K. He sells these. You can switch them out and put them on the frames. Those are like $12 once you do use the discount for checkout. Shout out to 4K Legends. Shout out to Joe Comics, man. Joe Comics, bro. You could go on League of Comic Book Geeks, set up an account, and then you could make a pull list. Lock in your pull list with Joe Comics, and then you could just pick up all your comic books. You'll never miss any book that you're looking for. Plus, you'll get it for a 10% discount from the cover price. You ain't got to worry about a book skyrocketing in value and then people raise the price when it drops or whatnot. Nah, you get your books for the correct price and actually for a discount. So make sure to go to League of Comic Geeks, make an account, then sign up with Joe. Link those 2 up. It takes about 4 weeks before it gets locked in. But after that, you will never have to worry about paying multiple people for multiple shipping, getting overcharged for a book, going searching for a book and not knowing if it's going to be there or sells out or whatnot. So definitely worth it. Highly recommend it. But back to this episode, this G.I. Joe been on here long enough, but man, that is a beautiful cover. Honorable mention number 2, we got Null issue number 1. And I got this. Oh, is this the one I got, if I'm not mistaken? Nope. The one I got didn't even make the listing. Yikes. This Null cover hard, bro. John Boy Myers. Oh, man. John Boy Myers got some fire, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. That's why I wish I could go to MegaCon, bro. I go to San Diego Comic Con every year because I'm in San Diego. But I got some friends going to MegaCon who are gonna be looking out for me. So shout out to Bradley and shout out to my boy Ari Stizarks. Hopefully they could pull a few books I've been looking for me. I know it's not going to be as crowded as San Diego Comic Con, but it's going to have all the same people there, which makes it better to me, honestly. More access with, shorter lines by far. Honorable mention number 1, we got Mega Man X issue number 0. This almost made the 15. It was 15 and I knocked it out at the last second. I love this art style right here, bro. I freaking love that art style. Kind of remind me of like Joe Maradia for some reason. Like a less detailed version, but like the way he did the hands and the hands mainly, honestly. But yeah, that was, I love it. Love Mega Man. Big Mega Man fan. Mega Man X had it on the Super Nintendo. That was my shit. Top 15 time. We got Black Cat issue number 6 by the great David Nakayama, man. He's been one of those artists, like one of my favorite artists coming out of 2025. Man, I got to get some of my books to Bradley and Ari for MegaCon. David Nakayama, because I know Bradley got a friend who works with David Nakayama who could get them signed for the low, and I definitely need those signed for the low. I don't got this David Nakayama cover, but I'm putting it on my list to pick up because that is a fire ass cover, man. Damn, man, David Nakayama don't miss, but he kind of remind me of Joe Madden now, like the way, like recently, like before, no, but I guess with like the women. Some of them, like the Wonder Woman and this one, give me Joe Mad vibes a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you. Coming in number 14, we got Spirits of Violence issue number 4. Again, they are cooking. And this is the cover I was talking about, the Kari Andrew cover. I need this cover, bro. That is, that encapsulates Ghost Rider so freaking well, bro. That is fucking Ghost Rider, bro. That is fucking Ghost Rider, and it gives me that 90s Todd McFarlane feel, bro. I freaking love that cover, bro. That is so sick, bro. So sick. Coming in number 13, we got the Avengers issue number 34. Paying homage to the giant size X-Men when they introduced the second X-Men team, which was the debut for Storm. So how fitting, she being one of the people to pop out of it. It don't got the like older team in the background instead of popping out of a comic page, but still, that's still sweet. I like it. I like it a lot. And damn, look at the diversity on this motherfucker. We got 3 people of color up on the cover, boy. What? Got more black people than white people on that cover. I mean, well, technically no, but I mean, Iron Man's in the suits, we can't see even. Vision don't count, he red. But yo, that is dope. Let's see here. Coming in number 12. We got Alice Forever issue number 1. And I didn't see this when I was like going through my pools for League of Comic Geeks, but this is the third book now so far that I got on my pool list that I got to pick up that I don't have a copy of. So that's why I love doing these for myself too, because there's so much good stuff that there's things that I just miss because I've already got so many books that I got. So it's like, damn, I didn't catch that. I didn't know that was out. Or I didn't even know that was a book like this until reviewing it. I love the art style on this, bro. This is so sick. That is beautiful. Coming in number 11, we got another Spirits of Violence issue number 4 variant cover. Oh, I chose the wrong cover. 14 was actually supposed to be the Clayton Crane. Oh, man. I mean, some people might argue that's better than the Kari Andrew. I put Kari Andrew 11 and the Clayton Crane 14. But I mean, we could just switch it up. Whatever. Just for the sake of this one. I clicked the wrong button initially and didn't realize it because it was the same comic, just a different ranking. But coming in number 10, we got Uncanny X-Men issue number 22. I had to cop this cover, bro. I copped this cover so damn fast. Like, I didn't even wait for my pull list when I saw this cover. I was like, no, I need that right now, Joe. Gambit and Rogue. Got the card, Rogue with the heart, Gambit with the spade. I love it, man. That is dope. Probably my favorite comic book couple, too. Coming in number 9, we got DCKO issue number 3. And man, I got this. I need to read this. I'm reading this one today. I ain't gonna hold you. If I finish all 6 of these recordings today, I'm definitely reading this when I'm done. I love the wrestling. I told you I'm working on a comic book. My comic book's about wrestling. So when I see stuff like this, I ain't a hater. It just pumps me up and just, oh man, I can't wait to drop my shit. That looks so fire though. I love it. Daniel Warren Johnson, one of my favorite artists, like David Nakayama from 2025. These have just been so badass. These wrestling covers he's done have been so fucking good. Coming in number 8, we got G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero. Man, I'm old, but G.I. Joe, like, that was like, I just missed the G.I. Joe train. I was like, TMNT. I caught the TMNT, a little bit of Thundercats, a little bit of Ghostbusters, very little G.I. Joe, a little bit of Transformers. These covers, this artist, bro, he be getting busy, bro. These G.I. Joe covers, man. Fire. Fire. Coming in number 7, best variant cover, January 14th, 2026. We got DCKO issue number 3, another one, and another one. And I'm starting to get worried. Did I click the right DCKO? I did. Okay. After that Spirits of Violence, I got worried that I clicked the wrong one again. That's a risky run because with the variants, you might see the same title, but a different book. Different cover, at least. That cover is fucking banging. You might be thinking, what's number 6? Another DCKO. Because, man, them DCKO variants. And DCKO, if you are not reading DCKO, slap yourself. If you read comics and you ain't reading DCKO, slap yourself, bro. DCKO is must read right now, bro. DCKO is so damn good, bro. Issue 2, I haven't gotten to read issue 3 yet. Issue 2 is peak, bro. That is peak Lex Luthor. Oh my fucking goodness. That is peak Lex Luthor, bro. One of the best reads of 2025, in my opinion, bro. And man, look at this cover, bro. That is amazing. Amazing Zatanna cover. Damn. That's crazy. That didn't make the top 5. Close but no cigar. Speaking of the top 5, it's time to get into our top 5 best variants of January 14th, 2026. These books are out. You can find these books right now. So, man, if you're tuning in late or you're checking out later, man, write down the covers, hit up your books, and go pick these up. Support your comic book shop. Support your comic book companies. Support your artists, your writers, the inkers, the painters, colors, the text editors, letterers, inkers, yo, publishers. All right. Starting 5 time. Coming in number 5, we got G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero. And man, when it gets top 5 time, like any of these could really be the number 1 book, bro. This was such a hard week, bro. Such a hard week to rank. Damn, I love the art style on that, bro. Like, man, if I could draw my woman like that, bro, oh my god, bro. All I do all day is draw. I want pod, I want video game. I'd quit my 9 to 5 because I'd be confident, like, oh, I'm about to I'd be able to eat. I'd be able to live off this. I'd be able to live off this skill. That is god tier skill, bro. The way he draws women, this artist, bro, so amazing, bro. That is so good. I love that stylization, bro. And I'm not even a G.I. Joe guy like that, bro, but that stylization is banging, bro. Coming in number 4. I tried to switch it, but since it was too late, I already made like the final like renditions of like the week, so I didn't do it. But coming in number 4, I kind of want to put this number 3. And sometimes like I said, you could argue any of these for number 1, honestly, but no issue number 1 by that guy. Y'all know him, man. He usually ranks like number 1. When he usually drops a cover on here, if he's not number 1, he's number 2 damn near every time, bro. And I'm not being biased, bro. I'm not being biased, but when John Jang drops some shit, like if you are artist, you need to check your like what week your shit dropping and who dropping. If John Jang on there, you better either hire somebody of super high caliber or really lock in, bro, because he don't fuck around, bro. This guy is a straight killer, bro. Straight fucking killer, bro. That cover is, man, I need that cover, bro. I got no one. That cover is insane, bro. That cover is insane. And John Jang, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I don't think you got number 2 or number 1 this week. Shocking, which is crazy. John Jang didn't get number 1 this week. Oh my god. Oh wow. It's so rare John Jang doesn't get number 1, bro. Or did he get number 2? Whoa, John Jang didn't get number. Oh wow. Okay. Wow. John Jang didn't get number. All right, top 3. John Jang didn't get number 2 either. Number 3, John Jang again. Transformers issue 28. There goes that man again, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. John Jang's probably like, I ain't even gonna say probably. John Jang was my MVP favorite artist, cover artist. Let me switch, because whoever did the interior artwork for Cul-de-sac, that's my artist of the year for 2025, bro. That dude is a fucking monster, bro. But cover artist, John Jang, hands down. John Jang's the GOAT for 2025 for me personally. And damn, that's tough because Mark Spears had me like locked in heavy, and then John Jang came out of nowhere for me, just boom, boom, boom with the Heat Seekers, bro. Time for our runner-up cover of the week, variant cover of the week. Speaking of Mark Spears said, guess who's back? Back again. Mark Spears back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Gunslinger Spawn issue 50. Todd McFarlane, Mark Spears. Can you imagine if you got this autographed by both of them, bro? Oh my god, bro, I'd frame that motherfucker. This cover's so hard. And again, man, it got the personal roots to me because of that comic book I drew back in college. That was actually the last comic book I drew. Before that, I probably drew like when I was a kid, I used to draw comics. It's too poor. When we had droughts of being poor, man, I was just make my entertainment. I just draw comic books. I took characters from Marvel and DC and Image, made my own like superhero team, and had them fight like all my favorite villains and shit. So, bro, yeah, I was super dirty. Variant cover of the week goes though. And what's crazy about this? It's another Null cover, but you mean to tell me there was a Null cover that beat out a Clayton Crane version, a John Jang version, a John Boy Myers version? Are you kidding me? I gotta go back and do some research after this and find out who this artist's name is, because I am not doing him the proper due diligence, and I apologize in advance. That's why I need Ari here, man, because Ari is a motherfucking student of the motherfucking game, bro. Not to say I'm not, but I'm an old head, so a lot of the newer people, I treat them like young bulls. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta do something before you get my attention. This was it. Now, sir, you have my attention, all right? And if I'm not mistaken, this looks like the dude. I think I actually know who this is because I got a MegaCon last year, a MegaCon Batman swimsuit edition cover. It's like all the Batman chilling out by like a pool and shit. If I could find my eBay real quick, I could get his name real quick and give him his flowers because, man, he deserves it, man. But yeah, that is so clean, bro. All the Spider Gang jumping Noel. Well, they trying to. It look like he getting the better of them. I ain't gonna hold you, but they trying. You know, at least they trying. Oh man, oh no, yeah, too far back for me to find. But yo, yeah. That is clean. I love it. All right, you guys, man, that's 2 down, 4 to go. I'll be back in about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes for this week's comics, January 21st, 2026, man. Today is the catch-up, bro. I had 4 days off work. I have to go through 1,800 covers, bro, and break down top 20 for 6 different weeks. Write down the list, add them all into StreamYard. It was a lot of work, bro. Make everything, bro. It was a lot of work. And today, 6 live recordings. These all take about 45 to an hour. I'm a fucking dog. That's the moral to the story. I'm a fucking dog. Hit that follow, hit that subscribe, man. You see, I done fixed up the background for y'all too, man. So y'all ain't just looking at, white wall and shit. So, man, see, I'm trying to level up in here and everything. You guys make sure to hit that follow, subscribe if you ain't already. Thank you for the support. Tell a friend to tell a friend, like my boy Surfrow says. Share the videos if you can. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a tip if you can. Greatly appreciate you guys. Till next time, which is going to be in just a few minutes. I'll see you in a minute. Peace.
Yeah. Hey, this sounds like the ending theme, don't it? Like an anime going off. The ending theme to the I Shouldn't Be Alive anime. Yo, way too much on the mental. Get the brain of a schizo. Got my heartbeat changing the tempo. Crown Royal, I take it a sip slow. Gotta go one, hold on like it's in vogue. I just wanna make it official. Man, I'm good enough for anyone that ever tried to get me. Yo, so if you're really with me and you're really not against me, I don't want you to get hit up. I'll show you what's the